How's it going, guys? It's a Final Render here, and welcome to another episode of Fallout 4 Building with Mods. And in this video, we're going to be giving some attention to one of the villains of Fallout 4. In this video, we are going to be fixing up Kellogg's home in Diamond City. Kellogg is probably my favourite villain in all the Fallout 4 universe because he's probably the most grounded in reality. I almost feel as if you could take him out of Fallout and put him in a regular, real-world franchise and he would still make perfect sense as a villain. So, we are going to be converting his home into a player home. Let's go! So welcome to Kellogg's home inside Diamond City. This is a really cool home actually because it actually has the Diamond City aesthetic of everything looking like it's been made out of scrap metal, just kind of very quickly spot welded together. But Kellogg is actually a hired mercenary and there is a secret room which can be accessed only by pressing a hidden button under his desk. And this hidden room has got all kinds of mercenary equipment in there. It's got guns, it's got ammo, and you'll probably find this house about a quarter of the way through the main story. And it's really cool when you find this secret room because it is perfectly hidden inside the house. You have no way of knowing it's there until you actually see the button and open it yourself. So it's really cool. And in this video, we're going to be making it so that we can use this place. Let's go. So starting with the creation kit, we are going to be going into the secret room and we are going to be putting up some wooden paneling in here. The idea is that maybe slowly over time, Kellogg has had the idea of trying to soundproof this room almost, and probably the easiest way to soundproof a metal room is to go ahead and have a little air cavity and then have some wood in front of that. That way sound can't travel through. And I really like this idea that this secret room has got to stay secret, so therefore he puts lots of effort into keeping it secret. Not only that, but it actually looks really good. It does look like something that one person could do with enough money and enough time, so I really like it. It definitely actually has a nice little aesthetic about it that is separate from the main house, which for the most part is just a little rundown. It's kind of a cover. This is the main part of the house, this area here. And I was actually able to go ahead and put a button in here. Something I really like about this video that I'm showing you guys now is that I actually do quite a few things that I've never done with the creation kit before, including having buttons to do certain things inside the world. In this case, this button actually opens up the secret room. Normally you can't do this. Normally once you open it with the button under the desk, it stays open. There is literally no way to close it and there is no way to open it again once it's closed. You have to go ahead and have a new button in order to open and close it. And that's what I did. Very cool. And now we're going to go ahead and have a weapons bench inside here. Again, the idea is that this secret room is going to be his kind of little miniature base. You know, it's not his main home, this place, because yes, he does live here, but that's kind of a cover story. His kind of main base of operations is somewhere else that I won't spoil for the sake of the main story. But it would make sense that he has a lot of resources here as well, including a weapons bench. And I really liked this idea of that all the power in this secret room came from a little battery bank so that he would kind of be off the Diamond City grid. And I was actually able to go ahead and make these batteries static items so they don't move. And I was able to go ahead and make wires. That's another two things that I've never done in the creation kit before. We have actually gone ahead and made buttons, we've made items static that weren't normally static, and we have made wires, which is really cool. I went ahead and got this kind of monitor bank that you can find in the Institute and put it up here so you can kind of spy on people around Diamond City. But unfortunately it's got some horrible kind of plastic outline, so I actually covered it up with some wood. And it looks really good. It actually looks like it is part of the environment now. And I went ahead and added a load of acoustic paneling in here. As someone who has acoustic paneling, I can tell you for a fact, you don't need to cover your entire walls with acoustic paneling. So it makes sense that there are gaps as well. Because if you go ahead and cover all of your walls, it's not really going to give you any added benefit. It's just going to help a little bit more. You only need it in certain parts of the room. And now we're going to go ahead and add lots of supplies to this place. This place needs to be self-sustaining so that, for example, if he has a prisoner in here, the prisoner can kind of stay safe because Kellogg is known for kidnapping people. And not only that, but he also needs a place to store lots of armor and weapons and lots of ammunition as well. So I went ahead and threw lots of that in there so that it kind of looks like someone has been in here quite regularly, but isn't necessarily going to be in here all the time as a place to live. It's more like a storehouse. It's more like an emergency room, so to speak, which I really like the idea of. These shelves actually have everything you could need. It's got food, it's got ammo, it's got armor, it's got meds, everything a growing mercenary needs. I also went ahead and added a cool little terminal in front of the monitor bank. This is actually the terminal that you can find inside the railroad that's used by Tinker Tom. So it actually has the moving display and it looks very, very cool indeed. And another thing which I did, which I've never done before, is that I actually gave this place a light switch. There is now a switch in here so that when you press it, it will actually turn off all the lights in the secret room. Major shout outs to Red Rocket TV here. He had a very good tutorial on how to do this because I don't know any scripting whatsoever. I've never done anything with Papyrus Script, but using his tutorial, I was able to go ahead and add all of the light switches in this room. Again, for the same reason of it being a secret room and having a kind of battery bank. The idea is you'll want to turn off the lights and all the equipment so that you don't actually run those batteries dry. And it's really cool. I'm really proud that I actually got it to work. And as I said, never done any scripting before, but because of that tutorial by Red Rocket TV, I was able to get it to work. It's pretty darn awesome, what can I say? And I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. Because there's like 4 things now, which I've never done before, which I have now done. I'm very happy with it. And here we go with this secret room fully done. The lighting in here is gorgeous, people. I love the lighting in here. And everything has a purpose. We've got lots of decorations to kind of build the world. We've got the weapons workbench along with the weapons tool rack behind it. And I've tried to put a bit more effort into just placing lots of items. You know, normally when I do a weapons workbench, it would just be like, weapons workbench, maybe a gun beside it. But no, now there's like screws and equipment and mods and stuff scattered all around to make it look like an actual busy place. And I've also got like some small little hints that he's part of the Institute in there, such as Institute Water, because it would make sense that he has it in his secret room, but not necessarily out in his main room, if that makes sense. And I really love the idea of having the battery bank and having his power separate from the main grid of Diamond City, because seeing as there's not much electricity in Fallout 4, you can bet yourself that they will be monitoring who's using a lot of electricity in Diamond City so that they can go ahead and tax them a bit more. So if he has his room secret, he needs to have his power secret, which I really, really like indeed. And I love this idea of him having a prisoner in here. Kellogg is known for kidnapping, that's kind of his specialty. So he can actually keep a synth in here for a long period of time, and with the sound of acoustics and stuff, no one would ever know. You would obviously have to hide some of the guns if he was going to do that, but I think it actually is very believable that he would have this kind of prison hidden in plain sight. So everyone could kind of turn to his house and realise, no, he's not a bad guy, he's just got a regular home. But behind the secret room, there is a prisoner. And I really like this kind of shelf which I've got. I've got an awful lot of attention onto just little details as well, such as little magazines and stuff and lit cigarettes and stuff, just to kind of make this place look a bit more lifelike, along with some of the aesthetics that are normal to Kellogg, such as the San Francisco Sunlights, which you can find, which are his favourite brand of cigars. So I think it's done a really good job of not only making this place look like a kind of mercenary secret area, but it also definitely looks like something that Kellogg would use. It's not too flashy, and everything is entirely professional. Everything there has a purpose, and someone has spent a lot of time building this secret area, and it really fits the character well. And now it is time to go ahead and make his normal home. The idea of his normal home is that I want this place to look like a regular house in Diamond City, but much nicer. Kellogg has money. He can afford to have nice things inside Diamond City. So therefore I went ahead and added this kitchen area here. Now I had a nightmare with this because the hidden button that you use to access the secret room, you can't actually move that. Well, there is a way, but there's no way to do it without starting a brand new save game inside Fallout 4. So I had to leave that desk which has the secret button in the same place. I couldn't move that. And it's a huge shame because it caused lots of problems when I was trying to place some of the furniture. And now, here's another new thing I did. I actually went ahead and got this toilet and made it so that you can sit down on it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't think there's any toilets in the base game that you can actually sit down as a chair. And I've actually made one. It's very, very cool. The basic idea is that you just get a regular chair and then you swap the 3D models over. But you're not actually creating a new asset by doing that. So it actually means that you can still download it on PlayStation 4 and stuff like that, which is pretty darn awesome. And right now, I'm kind of building a little bathroom area. I don't know if you noticed about Kellogg's house, but there's no toilet. There's no toilet in here. In fact, there's numerous places throughout Fallout 4 which don't have toilets, many of my settlements included. So I think it's about time we actually pay a little bit more attention about that and have a toilet in there, along with a very basic chemical shower. You'll notice I actually put like some metal flooring down so that the water doesn't drain onto the first floor, and also people can't look up through the holes in the floor and invade your privacy. So that actually makes sense. And now, again, for the little bedroom area, Simple. Wanted to keep it simple, practical only. Not only do I think that Kellogg would want things to be practical only, because this isn't his main home after all, but also, I just wanted it to look a little bit better than the average home in Diamond City. So he's actually got fluffy pillows and stuff like that, because he can afford them, along with some storage for all of his clothes and stuff like that, and to just keep it simple. Almost too simple. So now we need to go ahead and make a living room area. And this was a nightmare because I originally wanted the kitchen here and I wanted the living room under the stairs, but I couldn't do that because I couldn't move the desk, which is very annoying, and I tried loads of different layouts and stuff, but in the end I settled on just one chair. Kellogg kind of lives by himself and he's kind of a loner. In fact, that's one of the interesting things about his character. I think he is unhappy about being alone. So, just a single chair fits his character well, I think. And now it's time to make the kitchen. I really like this kitchen actually. It looks very, very small, but it actually feels really, really nice as well. And I like this idea that he's always kind of got two sets of dinner plates out, but one of them is always dirty because he's kind of had something set up ready in case someone else comes into his life, but no one ever has. You know, trying to get like a little bit of narrative going here, you know, so there's a clean plate and a dirty plate that's always there. Kind of upsetting, but I like the idea. Go ahead and put some posters up just to kind of make the walls look a little bit better because they are very bare, unfortunately. Even though I do like the metal texture, it does get a bit repetitive. And not only that, but it's not even a very good metal texture, unfortunately. I really should download the high-resolution texture pack again. I went ahead and put some dirty water inside the sink just to make it look like it's been used. And I put loads of emphasis in making the fridge look like it's organised in layers and stuff, so meat is at the bottom and veggies at the top and stuff like that. I don't know why, but it just felt very believable, you know. Kellogg is quite methodical and quite logical, so that would make sense so you don't get salmonella, whoever they are. And now I also went ahead and made a really cool little model display. I like doing these kind of things where you get, say, like a regular car and shrink it down to a tiny size to make it look like a model. I do that quite a lot in my videos, and I think it's a really nice little aesthetic. Not only that, but it's an easier way of just making models, quite frankly. You know, rather than just trying to make a 3D model, why not just shrink a regular thing like a car? And here we go with the place fully done. Again, the idea of this kind of living area was to make it look like a much better version of what a Diamond City home should look like. Normally when I do these builds, I try to change everything completely and make it look modern or make it look pre-war and things, but in this case, I tried to go for a lore-friendly build. What if someone who had a lot of money, frankly, wanted to fix up their Diamond City home? And this is what I came up with. And I think it's very believable. As you can see, all of the food is kind of separate and tidy. And he's got a washing area, he's got dryers. You know, that definitely says he's got money. He's got actually machines to do his washing and clothes for him, which I think is definitely something of Kellogg's character. I really tried to make this place look like it would belong to Kellogg and not just a regular kind of person's home. So, you know, not much books. There are some little toys and stuff because in a way, this sounds quite bizarre, but he is known for kind of kidnapping children. So maybe he would have toys and stuff like that lying around just in case, just kind of hidden away to look like models. And I really like that idea. Even though that is a very horrible thing to say, I think it suits his character. And of course, going up to the upstairs area, it actually was a bit difficult to go ahead and turn this place into a practical little sleeping area, but you know, it doesn't really need much, does it? It just needs a bed, a little bit of storage, comfy pillows, and of course it will also need that toilet area as well. And the toilet area I think is actually pretty good, seeing as you can sit down on the toilet like a regular chair. And no, obviously, there's no mod to go ahead and pull your pants down and stuff like that before you say. We've also got some unimmersive toilet paper and a little chemical shower with some drains at the bottom. Again, it's not much, but it looks like something you would find in Diamond City. You know, it's not the best city, but it's as good as it's gonna get for now. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video of Fallout 4 building with mods. It's been a really fun one, this one. We've broken ground on so many levels with this video. We've tried like maybe 7 or 8 new things with scripting. Oh, and by the way, can't get the light switch to work with PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, that script is an external asset, but the button to open and close the door still works. Remember to go ahead and check out all the cool Patreon people in the description. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you around. The YouTube Gaming Video Guide is available now. Use this fantastic learning resource to learn everything you need to know about making high quality YouTube gaming videos. This online video course on Udemy currently has over 6.5 hours worth of video content to teach you everything you need to know about how to make fantastic YouTube gaming videos, including how to capture your content, how to edit your content, how to record your audio and commentary tracks, how to create fantastic thumbnails and animations used in visual effects composition and 3D modeling, as well as some film theory and film history. You will also learn how to use some of the best equipment on the market and some of the best editing software on the market, so you can always be up to date with the latest trends and technologies. There is a fantastic discount coupon available to you. Use the coupon code GOOGLE to get a huge discount when you go to buy the course. So what are you waiting for? Learn how to make the best YouTube gaming videos right now. And we have got a finished Halloween party. Smaller video, I know, but I think it's a really cool idea to go ahead and have the Hell's Bells to be part of your game. It looks absolutely glorious. We got loads of cool fire lanterns and I really love the aesthetic, as well as just having the normal Halloween decorations. As I said, it's kind